Hi, my name's Lisa and this is my baptism story. So I remember when I was really young, I went to Sunday school a few times, but growing up I sort of disengaged from the church, from my faith, and at the same time was just progressing through school, through university. So structure was really sort of important to me. I like getting to the answers. The subjects and stuff I used to enjoy were maths and science, where you could get a definitive answer at the end. I always kind of like to know where I'm going and sort of going from point A to point B. I've managed to get to a position where I had a really good job. I managed to get some really amazing qualifications, but I still felt almost like there was something missing, like I hadn't really found my true purpose and my final goal. So I've been thinking about going to church for a long time, was quite scared of going on my own, had Googled some local churches in the area and it just never sort of built up the courage to go. And Google Maps had got confused and I was just walking down sort of random streets and I just actually happened to pass Woodies and there was a group going on in the foyer and I don't know what it was, there was just suddenly a bit of a pull and I really can't describe exactly how I felt, but I went home and I Googled and I sent a message and I ended up at the next 7 p.m. Sunday service and something just clicked and I kind of felt at home. This was completely different for me and yeah. So as soon as I came through the door I got sort of welcomed in. I was immediately introduced to a small group and a pastorate, which for me was a really great way for me to explore and ask my questions that I had. I could kind of, in quite a safe environment, ask people about Jesus and what he meant to them and to kind of understand my own relationship with him. And then moving on from that, I decided to join the Alpha course, which again just put me in a different setting that allowed me to really explore my faith and to really understand how I wanted to develop my relationship with Jesus. So one of the big defining moments for me was the Holy Spirit Day. I felt a connection on that day that I'd never really felt before. I was just able to really invite the Holy Spirit and Jesus into my life. I often kind of put up quite a lot of walls and barriers between people, and I'd often actually put Jesus on the other side of that. And on that day, I just felt able to invite him in. So initially discovering Jesus, I approached it sort of the same way that I approach other things. I was asking lots of questions and was wanting sort of instant answers. And actually through developing my relationship with Jesus, those answers have become less and less important. I've learnt to trust him completely and to sort of let him guide me through my path, or from point A to point B, but actually getting to point B is not necessarily as important as it used to be. I want to get baptised at this point because although I don't know where it's going to go and it's still really quite scary, even this is terrifying for me and I don't like water at all and putting my head under water just, yeah, that's something to think about. It just does not.
Oh, really?
I don't, yeah. Like in the shower, everything.
You're that scared of water?
Yeah, I just avoid getting it on my, obviously I wash my face. And so despite sort of all my fears, I found a freedom in Jesus and that's more important to me and I want to make that declaration.
Yeah, well done. That's great. We're done. We're good. I promise.
Oh no.